All right. Yeah, this will be the response to the latest one of the mental health thing. And um yeah, just first of all, I it really helped to listen to that. Um yeah, it's really good and helpful to just be reminded that I have a really good friend who like truly cares about me and have this like same goal and drive like no other friend I've ever had, you know. It's yeah, like no other friend has been this like um just so focused and willing to um change and be really mature and actually have long-term plans and isn't just like selfish and only cares about the current like instant gratification activities. And yeah, so that's really nice, and just wanted to say really appreciate for having a friend like you. And um, yeah, on to the response then. So yeah, so this past few weeks, like I yeah, just apologize again for it sounds like I'm always apologizing, but yeah, this will be like the last thing. So just yeah, really hate that I had to keep you waiting and stuff, and it felt like I wasn't even, there, and like um honestly not even existing. But yeah, I can safely say like everything's good now, and that you'll expect new recordings at each morning. That yeah, I'll plan that every morning from now to respond. Also, I'll actually have the other responses. I've already recorded them. I'll have them out for like you had like um first of all like the one from ages ago, like it was the about social media and like you said Lil Nas's song portraying like the devil or some shit. That was like yeah, that'll be in explained in the other video. But yeah, and for this one, I guess um you mentioned like faith and religion. Yeah, and you were right that like um I think all like the people who don't actually aren't like deeply involved in religion just think like it's just a thing about believing that there's someone who created us, but it really just goes way further beyond that. And simply the act of like just praying, even like it's really not, it doesn't actually matter, if someone, if there is or isn't a god, but the simply like the act of believing and having faith is just like really important for life. Because first of all, if you have faith, your life has meaning, because it gives you meaning. It faith, like the term faith literally means like you have hope in, you know this life that you have. And if you have faith, then why then there's literally like it's like a motivating, intrinsic motivating factor that will drive your life in a better direction if you have faith. Because if hope and faith, like it's there's really nothing without it. If there is no hope or faith, then why do anything, right? That's basically like the line that defines it all. Like, why would you do, why would you put in the work and effort if you don't have hope or faith that it will work in the end? And if you have, yeah, and, I really like this point because it actually related a lot to what I was going through. Is it was just like I really had the lack of faith and hope in like me being able to actually like have all my hard work some like amount to something in the end. I really lack that from the past few weeks, and that's why it was really hard to actually keep up those habits because the doubt settled in, and I was just like, yeah, I just really didn't believe in myself anymore. That's basically, I can summarize it with that, like not believing in myself. That is really like dangerous because I just cannot do anything. There's no motivation behind anything because why would I do it if I don't believe that it will actually have something in return in the end? And yeah, also, yeah, um, these videos should be longer now as my mind's more clear and I'm getting back into like that deep thought process and getting like these actual deep conversations going again. Like before, honestly, like when that in that period, like it felt like I was my old self again. Like I just started doing everything my old self would do, and it felt like nothing has changed. And that kind of it really like there's like how we know like there's momentum in doing good habits. There's also momentum in doing bad habits as well. Like doing bad habits actually it really like complements other bad habits and it builds up because with the bad habits doing them you feel like shit and then it, when you feel like shit you like just be like oh yeah the day's over anyway like I kind of ruined it. That's how I feel. I'm not sure about you, but that's kind of how I think of it when I did bad habits, and that was just really that was really not the way to go. But with good habits as well, not sure if it applies to everyone, but that's just for me. Like um, it's really like, yeah, it complements each other. Like the bad habits, doing one bad habit leads to another easily, way easier than um just starting a bad habit because starting there's like some friction to it, but once you get like the bad habits going, then it just kind of like let's say playing video games and then oh yeah you get a bit lazy so then you kind of like start eating junk food or whatever and then skipping gym. That's how like my kind of bad habit things go. And yeah, so then back to faith and religion, like I do agree that um just this practice of praying and having faith will really help. So that's kind of what I'm gonna do now. Um, I'll each morning. Yeah, you told me like the routine you heard from a motivational video, and yeah, I really like. So I thought about it. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna put in reading like a verse from the Bible in the morning, and then followed by the recording and meditation and stuff. I think that will be a really good morning routine to do. Yeah, and like making my bed. That's kind of I always do that. That's like the first thing I do. It's like really easy to do. And then yeah, then I'll follow it up with reading the Bible and recording. Yeah, so expect these video recordings each morning now. Like I will seriously be doing them for real this time. Like I can guarantee that. Um, yeah, that's for the faith and religion part. And yeah, for doubt, that yeah, doubt is like probably my worst like negative mental health like factor emotion that can ruin everything. Like with doubt, yeah. But I really liked the perspective of the quote from Big Shaq. Was it Big Shaq? Yeah. I think yeah, the basketball player. He said that he doubt gives him motivation. Like that's actually really like it's it's such a good mindset. Like instead of having doubt, just you know, like it's easy to default to just not doing anything because people doubt you. It's easy for the average person would just be like, oh yeah, my friends and family don't believe in me, and therefore um I won't believe in myself either. And that's an emotion that's a response I um default to towards as well because um it's just natural, you know. Like if you don't have people believing in you, then it makes it harder for you to believe in yourself. But for um what you said, Shaq, he is able to convert that into motivation and actually use it to prove them wrong. I think that's actually such a like I think I'm not sure if you can like I'm not sure he's probably really has the mental just um his mental is insane because he's able to just think like that. But I'm not sure about his history. Maybe he's gone through phases where he did doubt himself and stuff. But I think that's a new way I'm gonna approach it now. And it's pretty hard to do because yeah, I don't know. It's an emotion. It's like really difficult to control because um like but I'll be practicing to just keep consistent even with people doubting. Just imagine it really it's I'm not sure just tell me what you think, but just imagine if if a really close friend, like a family member or whatever, just tells you that, yeah, you're not gonna make it, what you're doing is all a waste and stuff. Yeah, I think like a just imagine let's say if I said that to you, but yeah, I wouldn't say obviously I wouldn't say it, but just imagine a scenario where someone just if I imagined you saying that to me, it's almost impossible for me to just think nothing of it because you are important to me as well. So yeah, when someone you really care about and is important to you just doubts, that's a really hard feeling to for me it's a really hard feeling to turn into motivation. But if it's someone I don't really care about, like um this sounds bad, but if it's someone I know that it's not like I don't care about them, but someone I know that I am 100% right. For example, like Schwan, if he said that to me, yeah, it's not gonna work and shit, then I would 100% use that as motivation and be able to like I wouldn't that doubt wouldn't settle in and it wouldn't affect me at all because I 100% strongly know that I am right and that getting drunk and shit and partying all week isn't going to get me to where I want. But if it was from you, let's say, then I'm kind of it kind of doubts I get a bit of a doubt because yeah, like I know you are doing the right thing as well and but yeah, it's just that you um you're not like Sean, he he 100% I know that he wouldn't I don't need to doubt myself when he tells me yeah, you're not gonna make it and stuff. But if it was from you, then it would I would doubt a bit because um I do like because it's hard to it's weird it's hard to put in words, but like I think you get what I mean. Like because you're someone who like knows what's right as well. Yeah, that's probably the best way to put it. Um, there's nothing really else I wanted to say. Just wanted to say, yeah, hopefully this doesn't happen again. And um, I'm pretty sure this wouldn't happen again. Like, no, that's probably speaking too optimistically, but if I don't like, okay, just know that if I don't get a recording out each morning, then probably something like this, like something like bad mental health has happened. Yeah, and um, feel free to just ask if I don't get it out at any time. Yeah, that's about it. Thanks for listening.